Cicely Tyson was so much more than an actress. She was in many ways all we had. She was a representation of African Americans when it came to television, when it came to so many things. Can you kind of put that into context?
I loved what Viola Davis said, and I thought she said it well. You made me feel loved and seen and valued in a world where there is still a cloak of invisibility for us dark chocolate girls. You gave me permission to dream. Wow. That was Cicely Tyson. I mean, when I got the news yesterday, when I got the phone call, I felt like someone had punched me in the chest. You know, at 96, you can't say death is unexpected, but in this case, it was unexpected to me because I had just seen her, Kevin, a week ago. She was so engaging and she was so full of life. And she was talking about things that she still wanted to do. She said, I still want to direct. She said, you know, it's better than, in her book, it's better than sitting at home leaving butt prints. I mean, she still, those were her words. She still felt that she had other things that she wanted to do and was looking forward to doing. So on one hand, you know, I grieve her passing. On the other hand, I celebrate her life. I feel so grateful and so happy that I got to spend the time with her, you know, a week ago. So I feel conflicted about the emotions I'm feeling right now at this moment. Because how can you not smile when you think about Cicely Tyson?
No,
she was grace, she was class, she was essential. That's what Cicely Tyson was. And I asked her, do you think about death? She said, of course I think about death. I've lost many friends. But I feel as long as you're still breathing, you still have work to do. So it was this, you know, I said, this wasn't a doddering old woman. I didn't ask her questions about how do you want to be remembered and do you think about death because I thought death was near. I only asked the question because she was 96. And 96, who knows? But, you know, to live right till the very end where you still have all of your mental faculties with you and your health is good, Kevin, that's a really good life. Really good life. I've done interviews with her before. You know, I feel comforted and honored that I got to be one of her final interviews. And I talked to her years ago. I mean, her stories about she doesn't take a role unless it speaks to her, that she feels a tingling of her skin, that she can inherit the character, and the roles that she wanted to play, to portray Black women, to show the humanity of the Black race. These weren't just acting jobs to her. She saw this as using her platform. She was extraordinary.
Gayle, I think that this is one case where Tyler, where you, where Oprah, at least we had a chance to recognize and honor Cicely and thank her for what she had done.
And she knew it, Kevin. She knew. Yes. That's the other thing. You know, she didn't have to pass away without people. She knew exactly how loved she was and how people felt about her. And so that gives me great joy. She knew it. You know, today, as you probably know, is Oprah's birthday. Today is Oprah's birthday. You know what she's doing to celebrate? She and Stedman are watching the autobiography of Jane Pittman. Just the two of them. One of the reasons why Oprah had the famous Legends Ball was because of Cicely Tyson. That is no joke. She wanted to pay tribute to women who have come before her. And Cicely Tyson was number one on her list. She wanted to pay tribute to women who had Black women who had made a difference in her life. And Cicely Tyson was number one on the list. So you could almost say if it hadn't been for Oprah's relationship with Cicely Tyson, I don't know that we would have had a Legends Ball.
And you now ain't got no husband, ain't got no boyfriend, and you holed up in this bed like the Queen of Sheba. Does Daddy back cover it?
She told me that being able to play Viola Davis's mom in How to Get Away with Murder was one of the great honors of her life. She was thrilled that Viola, she said, I heard that Viola herself asked for me. She said, do you know what that meant to me? I mean, here's Cicely Tyson talking about she was so honored. I mean, while Viola's saying, can you believe that Cicely Tyson is going to play my mother? I mean, you know, the other thing I thought was interesting when I talked to her, when President Barack Obama gave her the Presidential Medal of Freedom, he said I was gorgeous. Did you hear? He said, and she was so tickled with that. She was so tickled with life and how she knew people loved and admired her. But Kevin, it's always nice to hear it. It's always nice to hear it. You know, the thing that got me too was when she broke down in the interview when she was talking about a Me Too moment before we even called it Me Too. She had gone to an acting coach. He made a pass at her, grabbed her hair, was forcing her into a position she didn't want to go. And I said, "Why did you go back? Why did you go back?" She goes, "I wasn't going to let him deprive me of my dream. I wasn't going to do that." And I said, "But why did you go back to him?" She held up her finger and said, "I didn't go back to him. I went back to class to get what I was entitled to do the job that I wanted to do." And she's such a lady because, in television, we want the details. I go, "Well, what exactly was he trying to get you to do?" And she said, "Gayle, you know exactly what he was grabbing me by my hair. You know exactly what he wanted me to do." And she said, "I've said what I said and I will go no further." Just like that. "And I will go no further." I mean, I felt like you have to sit up a little straighter in her presence because she was such a lady.
How loving was she, and a mothering figure was she?
Well, she was loving. She was kind. I mean, she was revered. She knows that many people sought her advice about things because we just wanted to know, what does Cicely think? What does she think? How is she feeling about this moment? I mean, I'm so glad that we have the book Just As I Am. She said, "I didn't write this as a memoir because many people see me as a Christmas tree with lights and ornaments and it's dazzling."
It would have meant the world to her for you to tell her story today. What do you think she would say to you today?
Well, she doesn't have to say anything to me. I say everything to her. The only thing I said to her over and over again is thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. She doesn't have anything to say to me. I bow down to all things Cicely Tyson. And I'm filled with gratitude that I got to be one of her final interviews. It will mean everything to me.